Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me. So let's set out and see, 'cause you are my medicine when you're close to me, when you're close to me. The coal and the submarines round the world will go. Does anybody know if we're looking out on the day of another dream? If you can't get what you want, then come with me. Up on Melancholy Hill, the manatee, just looking out for the day when you're close to me, when you're close to me. When you're close to me.
How's it? So, legs quad focus done for the day. Absolutely devastating. Demolished the quads. So sore. After split squats, I felt like crying, and then we went upstairs and did blimming leg extensions. Felt like crying even more then. Luckily, the guy came through. Well, not luckily. It would have been better to finish my sets, but the guy came through and kicked us out because it was too late, so oh well. What can you do? But my word, I don't know why they put the blimming leg extension machine upstairs and the rest of the leg equipment downstairs. That's like a recipe for disaster. Unless you start, but even so, starting with leg extensions, you can still really fry your legs and then go downstairs to like squats, leg press, etc. So either way, it's kind of like just not an ideal like layout of the land, if you get me, for that gym. No need to complain though, it's merely a bit of walking up a couple stairs, and there are handrails, so really it's not the end of the world. If push comes to shove, you can just clamber yourself up. But yeah, that's the gym. That's how the session went. So what I've been reading now, literally about 30 seconds, well, minute 30 seconds ago, was in Epictetus's discourses, is essentially how we treat people, and this is very interesting to me because I have been known to have a short fuse, and it is one of my less admirable qualities that I consciously try to fix. Well, not fix, rather I'm consciously aware of and make sure I don't let it spark, to say. And the way they depict how we should be interacting with other people is essentially with the view that, and this view they continuously reference throughout all the discourses as so far, is that we are all animals, right? Animals with consciousness, animals with the ability to choose, making us humans, and then animals being actual animals. So we are animals with consciousness and the ability to choose, making us humans, and that ability is a blessing essentially. So when it comes to interacting with other people, always bear in mind how other people are also animals. And okay, animal sounds a bit weird, but really just like really think about the meaning of a person. They are also people, right? Everyone is also a person. And like, think about yourself. Everyone is that, but their own. Like, I know it's something people kind of know, but I don't really think a lot of people think about that as everyone is their own person. And not just to the extent of they've got their own personality and their own issues and whatever, but they really are like a whole individual animal. And with that in mind, treat them as such. Don't act as if they aren't human, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want someone to act like that towards you. And it kind of like goes back to, I'm sure everyone knows the biblical sayings, do unto one as unto oneself, or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but regardless of that, it's a great state of mind to have, because it truly is just a way of living life better. Who wouldn't want to be treated well? And at the end of the day, you want to be treated well, so why aren't you treating others well as well? I don't think there's really much else to it, to be honest. It's more of a state of applying all these things we've spoken about before, which is stopping, thinking about your emotions, placing the correct emotional values on things, you know, kind of choosing those emotions and emotional values with reason rather than with initial thought, choosing that reason through outside perspectives, because sometimes your views can be biased, and then it's like everything all intertwines, and it's kind of beautiful. The more I'm reading these discourses, the more I'm realizing how each one is an individual lesson, but at the end of the day, they work together so well in unison, and without one, the other doesn't kind of work. And in the beginning, it kind of like confused me a bit, but I'm starting to understand it, and it's like really great, and kind of like almost it's honestly making my view on life so much more enjoyable, because I'm no longer looking at things and instantly placing emotional values on it. I'm able to stand back and kind of like truly see it for what it is. And at the end of the day, what more could you want, you know? I know I've kind of gone off track from the whole treating people thing, but they all kind of, everything kind of links together. Treating people, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat your mind, the way you choose what your mind thinks, the way you choose what your mind does, your perspectives. I don't know, it's honestly amazing. And not to say that I've mastered these sorts of states of these ways of thinking, but I think the thought that I'm able to be wait, that sentence, I know that sentence was about to sound real weird. Me being able to start thinking about things with these views in mind is definitely aiding me in my life and definitely making me mentally stronger and just more fulfilled emotionally. Like, it's great. Like, I don't think, yeah, it's brilliant. Well, as usual, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not claiming to be a scientist nor a genius nor anything. I'm just kind of sharing my experience as we go, of my mental kind of improvement. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you tomorrow.